Okay, we're trying this out, y'all. For those of you that are new here, my name is Cara Christensen. I am a fitness coach and I used to compete, and I am just trying to start a new wave of people trying to get on a healthier lifestyle and taking one little feat at a time for those big success and big rewards. So, thank you so much for joining me. This week's series is going to be Walking for Wellness. So, we're just going to be walking and chatting this week. And for those of you that have been here from the beginning, you guys know that I went on vacation, came back, had a little bit of the sickness. Pretty sure it was COVID. I didn't go in because I was just so exhausted. But I'm back now, and I'm just going to start revving my metabolism back up and getting back on track with you guys. So I hope that you guys do decide to join in. And sharing is caring. So sharing with anybody else that you know that needs to get back in a good, healthy habit and just starting slow and moving in. I'm a really big advocate of starting slow from those small little feats to equal those big rewards. So it's not overwhelming and daunting, and you feel like you just have so much going on that and so much to tackle. We're just going to take it one little baby step at a time. I'm on my treadmill and I'm freezing because the temperature is dropping here where I am in North Carolina. I know that there are a lot of people that are really suffering right now and a lot of devastation is happening. So lots of love and prayers to you guys that are going through that. I have been trying to play a part in helping put together meals since it's not that far from where I am. So I have been trying to play a part in helping out. So you guys, if you're on my Facebook channel or YouTube channel, please go. I have posted up stuff on where you can click a link and go to help those people that have suffered the devastation of Helene in my area. Even where my family is in Georgia, they've a lot of people have been hit by that. They didn't expect to, especially up here in the mountains where I am. You don't expect a hurricane of any coastal scenario hitting up in the mountains and devastating the community. So a lot of people were taken by surprise, weren't prepared, and now they are suffering those consequences. So please do put out a little love and show your support in any way that you can. And thank you guys for being here. We are going to get started. I found this site that does supposed to be royalty free, so hopefully YouTube does work with this site and their music, and we can have some tunes while we're walking and chatting. But yeah, walking is such, people disregard walking as a form of fitness, but it really is a great way to get started, get your metabolism revved, and get you just back in the flow of things. And it's really good for anybody that hasn't. What's up, Dustin? Hi, long time, my friend. It really is a good way to get you started and back in the groove. So yeah, don't ever disregard just the simple thing of just a simple walking routine can get your mind right, clears your mind, releases good endorphins, and get your engine revved, get your blood flowing. It's so good. It's not to be discounted as a workout. A lot of people think that walking is just like you walk and it's something that you have to do to get from place to place if you're able. But walking is a great form of exercise. So, being that it's going to be cold out soon, well, it is. It's 55 degrees here today. So, it's even cold in my house. I'm trying not to put the heat on because I just feel like it's still not early for that. So, I'm got my little jacket until I start warming up. We're going to get warmed up. I got some tunes coming through. So, we're definitely going to get warmed up. But for right now, we're just doing we're gonna get moving and grooving. Nothing much. It's been a long time. Did you ever change your mind? No, I did not. No, I did not. I'm sorry for that, my dude. But hey, you can join me here, right? I mean, my aerobic sessions would be probably the most scantily clad that I have gone ever, which is wearing like or my like unitard things. I don't know if you're probably way too young to even know about the 80s. In the 80s and the 90s, that's what women wore to aerobics all the time was uh, one looks like a one piece bathing suit, a unitard. They had like my mom would wear the ones like the thongs in the back. I'm not going that route. I'm just saying. But with the leg warmers and do you know anything about that, Dustin? I don't know. Do you? I don't know. But yeah. So these walking workouts with music, I'm trying to do a little bit more of a throwback, a little retro jam, if you will. And a lot of people, it's easy for them to do walking during their lunch breaks and getting out there and walking and chatting. You know how we do, and it's easier to get a good workout in and even be able to respond and talk with you guys. Almost like do you know about just chatting, Destin? Like the just chatting sesh, like those are so popular, but I'm not someone who is very easily able to just sit around. And so these are perfect for me when I'm chatting with you guys and while we're working out, because working out and moving your body, even like, I don't know if you caught some of my earlier things or my episodes where I was talking about playing video games. So I play video games and I'm usually walking when I play, which is a very difficult thing to do. If you've ever played video games, you have to use your right and left brain at all times. So walking and playing, especially because your character in the screen is moving from left to right, so your body tends to want to go in that direction. That was very entertaining, I just have to say. I'm sure for anybody else that was watching around me, entertaining to watch me falling off the treadmill all the time. So this is a lot more chill of a vibe where I can actually walk and talk and not fall off. Not that I'm not walking and talking while I'm playing and streaming my video game stuff on Twitch. So I'll leave it alone. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so Richard Simmons, right? With tiny shorts. Was he the one with tiny shorts? Yeah. I mean, everyone had tiny shorts back then. That was like the jam. And apparently it's coming back out with the teens today. I saw a lot of that on vacation. I was like, bro, those shorts are way too short. Lots of these teen guys. Plus, yeah, it's hard for us. Oh, okay. Yeah, right? I don't know. I guess I don't know. You know what? I shouldn't have said anything, but I just assume because it shows me on the other end of things, like what my age bracket is of people that tune in. And it's actually super young, which I was surprised of. But yeah, so I guess I just figured you were in the younger bracket, which I guess a lot of people even still are learning, right? Like how else is the whole 80s style coming back? They had to have learned somewhere. But Richard Simmons is really funny. I should do a whole series of his stuff, like his workouts. I think that would be actually okay. See, yes, that is super young. Your back's about to draw retirement. Why? What do? You do something that like gets? Oh, you might. Are you sitting? Or are you like doing something active each day that requires you to use those back muscles? 26 is super young. Just saying. Just so you know, that is not an older. I like it though. Yeah, Richard Simmons I can't believe, like, that's the whole movement of, people wanting to hear music and having a whole vibe. That whole series and that whole time in life was such a vibe. Like, that was not like I don't know if that would even go over well now, but I think I would be willing to try and like bring that whole thing back, because I feel like in all the eras that have gone through life, I felt like in the time, like in the 80s and 90s, like that was not a time that was going to come back. Like the perm mullets and like the short shorts and the high socks. Now I see it all coming back. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should bring the whole retro vibe back of, the aerobic style stuff. But I don't know if do well or not. I guess I just have to throw it out there and see. You never know until you try, right? So that's what we're doing today. We're pumping it up, and we're just going to be walking our way to wellness and kind of get started with the whole flow of getting back in it, getting back on track. Our country is really going deep diving in really bad health. So I'm just here to let you know that walking is so good. Walking is a start, and we're going to go from there. Let me see what you said. I used to go counterweights for forklifts. Oh, yeah. Roofing, and now decided to dial way back. But HVAC can be difficult too. Don't you have to go in crawl spaces? I did too much too early. Yeah, that's true. Did you ever do the jackhammer? I always think when I see them doing the road work, like I'm just like envisioning their vertebrae and like what damage is happening to their nerves when they're doing that jackhammer. It looks so detrimental. Yeah, it like for real. Like it looks like, I don't know. Have you ever seen any? I'm sure you have, but anyone else watching, if you've seen someone do a jackhammer, is it not like it rattles me? I feel like, are you not like after you've done that all day, like at home, do you still feel like, are you still shaking? Are you still, like it looks so horrible for you. I feel like if a company hires people to do that particular job, you should have some type of heightened, I don't know, like health plan or something to that effect. Because those things look super brutal, like unbelievable. Hopefully, YouTube doesn't take this down because of the music. But I did find this site that does the music that's supposed to work with YouTube, and I was supposed to get it flagged, so I don't know. We'll see. Mainly lifting. Actually, jackhammers are easy. Really? Moving substance, you lift and do it. Yeah, but you're still holding on. Is your body not like going, shaking back and forth? I can't imagine that that's good for you. I don't know why this does that. It drives me nuts. I'm so sorry. I lost you guys. There. I don't know what happened there, but it's annoying. We're doing now counter-based cameras, but smaller. Yeah, I just feel like it still looks like, yeah. Sometimes you gotta dig. So I bet when you were doing that lifting, you weren't probably doing it properly, which most guys don't because it looks a little funny. But the proper lift, when you go down and you have to swing your butt out, I'm sure you, come on, tell me. What's up, Bo? Hi. I'm feeling so much better. I know I haven't gotten to like all my messages. I will go back on and check. It's been crazy since we got back. And then I got sick, and then the world's collapsing around me with all the hurricane stuff. So, hi, I'm alive. I'm very fortunate to not have been in all of the catastrophe, but here you got the picture. Yay! All right. I was wondering if you had received it or not since I hadn't heard anything. But yeah, we were just talking about Richard Simmons in the 80s and how I'm trying to. Aw, thanks, Bo. I appreciate you saying that. Nope, I'm still in the swing of things finally. I was worried about myself there for a little bit, but I pulled through it. I'm not someone who likes to jump on board and take like antibiotics and stuff like that. I feel like our bodies are so intelligent that they can find a way to heal itself as long as you give it the right nutrients and rest. So that's what I did. So it probably did take a little bit longer, but I don't care. I did it without putting pharmaceuticals in my body. So feeling great. Probably, from what I understand, because I did run into my doctor and I had told her what the symptoms were and stuff. I'm just out at the grocery store. And she's like, it sounds like COVID. So I probably do now just have more antibodies because I've gotten the first strand and then I've got whatever strand this is. So now I'm like, feel like I'm all suited up. Come at me. No, actually don't come at me. I don't want that again. But yeah, then all that stuff happened. It was horrible. With the hurricane. They aren't too bad. An absolute Now one of my vertebrae is aching. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I lifted weights or sports stuff. But you said you were in wrestling, Dustin. Yeah, that's wrestling. I always feel like, do you guys stretch enough? Like wrestlers that's an intense sport. Like, do you guys stretch enough? Like, are those moves how you're like holding each other and like the floor work, pinning each other down? What is it called? Grappling, ground and pound. I feel like, I don't know. It looks kind of like it's going to be damaging. But then you add that and plus a physical job on top of it. Look here, a big part of people's discs going out and like having that deterioration and all that from an early age is form. Like when you guys are picking stuff up, I see it all the time. People don't bend when you're doing it. You're supposed to swing your butt all the way back and like arch your back. It's like guys are not doing that because it looks, I don't know, kind of, looks a certain type of way. But that's what saves your back. You can't put all that strain on those vertebrae and you do it over and over again, or slouching, or just bending over to do any kind of work on people that do like woodwork or working on table or what, I don't know, that kind of thing. A lot of people are constantly slouched over and just putting all that strain on that vertebrae. So yeah, it gets a little out of hand. And it definitely over time does mess with your vertebrae and like breaking it down. Hold on, I did a favorites list here. Let me just go. Let's just see if I know how to use this. They made us do yoga all the time. Really? Wow, okay. I hated it. It helped me a lot. Yeah, yoga is so good. You've had all 6 vaccines. Probably going to get the 7th. Gotcha. I have had 0 vaccines. Actually, people that I know have had the vaccine still got it. So I don't know. Who knows what the vaccinations are, but if you haven't had COVID, I guess then it works for you. I wasn't really in that realm of what they put as the guidelines, like to be at risk, that serious risk if you got COVID, like being obese or having like CPOD or any kind of lung or asthma or any of the guidelines they gave. I didn't really have that, so I just figured I don't take any medications. Like I'm not on anything except for vitamins. So I just don't, if I don't have to, I want to let my body keep working for me the way that it should naturally without putting anything in there to destroy anything good that I have. So I don't know. That's just my take on it. That's just my take. Thanks, Dustin. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for chatting. I hope that, look here, maybe you need to bring that yoga back into your life, buddy. It's going to really help you. It can help release the tension in those vertebrae and bring some oxygen and blood back in there and help you heal. Have a good day, my friend. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for not mentioning it again. I appreciate that. Thanks. Rock on, my dude. Have a good one. Yeah, I was talking about, remember in the 80s, like the whole, like he was saying Richard Simmons, but the whole aerobic vibe where it was like the ladies in the like unitards, like doing their workouts with like, kind of more jumping around or on steps. That was the whole vibe. I'm trying to throw out there and see if it'll stick and bring it back. I mean, who knows? Like the 80s, I never thought was going to come back around, but here we are with like permed mullets and, short boys wearing short shorts with the high socks and all that stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe people do have a love and affection for the 80s and that whole movement. So I'm not going to like Richard Simmons it, but I have thought about with the sweatband because of how much I sweat with the sweatbands on hands. But I don't know. I feel like maybe there's movement for people wanting to do that, and it's a vibe, right? It's like so fun, so exciting, gets you moving, gets like the music's happy. You're in like this fun atmosphere with a fun upbeat kind of tone to the whole experience. So, maybe people really need that right now. So, oh no, whatever you wrote came out kind of all jumbled, so I can't really read it. It says L and then a big space, and then it says Ken, and then it says G, and then it says D, and then it says my friend. Sorry, Bo, I don't know why it's coming out like that. Hold on. There we go. I hope you guys can hear me through this like this. But I went to find, because I took the microphone on the trip with me, the one I normally use. I don't know what happened. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I definitely feel like my body's changed since not working out for, I know it sounds crazy, but like let me see. I got back, got sick. So it's been like 2 weeks now that I haven't worked out at all. Like I have been walking and that's it. Like, because I'm trying to let my body heal all the way up from whatever it was that I had. But yeah, I haven't worked out. And I was doing like, even when I was on vacation, I was still doing the fitness, the 60. So, and I did film it. I just haven't posted any of it because I'm telling you, I've been like down for the count. I've been down. Like I haven't opened up a single social media app, nothing. Like my brain, I just wanted it to focus on healing. So I'm feeling about, I don't know, 85%. So I'm hoping to get up there a little bit more before we jump into like the hard hitting stuff again, because I really do miss I'm at 2.5 right now. I'm just walking at a 2.5 with you guys. But I really do miss my high intensity interval training. I'm like dying inside. So, I will get back to it for sure. I just need to feel like my body's there to do that again. Slow rolling. I'm going to get there, but we're just going to slow roll and people underestimate the value of walking. Like I was saying this earlier, I was talking to a woman in the neighborhood, and I said, it's so great. I always see her and her husband walking, and they're always, they take a morning stroll, an afternoon stroll, an evening stroll. And I said, people underestimate the value of that. It's so good for you. Like you can tell they're in shape. They probably eat healthily. It's an Indian family. I always smell their cooking. Oh my gosh, and they're so sweet. They bring, some traditional foods over for us. And we kind of share, especially at the holidays, what tradition is for American families and for their culture. So, but they're always walking, and I feel like it's such an underrated and undervalued thing. Thank you. Take my time. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for not being like, what? She's just walking on her treadmill? That's not a workout. It really is, though. But, they're doing that every single day, and they're great health. They're both in their 90s. I mean, I feel like that is such proof in the pudding. Like, you don't have to be doing these crazy workouts to think that that's what you need to do to stay in shape, to keep your organs healthy, to keep your brain balanced and stable, to keep your body in good shape. It's simple work walking. Like, this is just a walking pad. It's not even a full-on treadmill. So I'm just on a little walking pad that this one actually goes to 7.5, so I can do sprints, but just a simple walk, like 2.5, 3, I'll go up to 3.0. I get the music cranking, but just a simple walk. Let's see what you said. My uncle, retired Army Colonel, walks 2 to 5 miles per morning. Yeah, right? And you don't have to do that all in one. Like, I think that's what they do, but they just break it up, so they're not feeling too overwhelmed by it. And sometimes if you're doing it all at once, it does affect your joints if you have any kind of issues with your joints or anything like that. So they break it up, but I do think that good for him. See, I just feel like you can learn so much by your elders. He's 80. That's crazy. That's so good. That's so awesome. And how's his mental health? Is it, because it all goes hand in hand, right? Like your physical health and your mental health. So when you're doing this, it also stimulates all that brain activity and gets just everything flowing properly in your body. And I'm only at a 2.5. I'm in a nice like slow rhythm, but I will go up to a 3.0 and I'll show you guys what that looks like. But you don't have to. I mean, you stroll. Is he speed walk though, or is he doing like what I'm doing, just like a nice comfortable stroll? I mean, I'm not like slow rolling it by any means, but it's a nice pace. He's sober like you. Oh, that's so awesome. How cool. It's good to have someone that's supportive like that in the family. And I'm sure you guys are close since you guys have shared a similar journey. You just walked. Yeah. I mean, incorporating some strength training is also a really good idea just to keep your body, working for you as it should. But here, where I am, is hills everywhere. So that's really good for your legs and just gaining the muscle. It's not just walking flat on a surface. This one goes up to like a 3. So it's like slowly going up a little tiny incline of a hill. But I know some of those bigger treadmills, you can get a real steep incline going up and, really start to adjust it all the time. You don't have to. What's up, Caleb? Thanks for joining, bud. We're just talking about walking, buddy. But, you don't have to go all the way up like that. You can just slow roll it. But here we have so many natural hills, and it's so nice to be outside and get the vitamin D. I mean, it is getting colder here. It was 55 degrees this morning, which I love. But at the same time, I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'll do my workout outside. And then I'll change my mind because I'm still on the mend. So I don't want to put any extra elements on my immune system before, I'm feeling totally healthy. So you walk 2 miles listening. Oh, nice. Oh, you can walk to your meetings? That's so cool. Couldn't believe I walked it. Dude, you're a Marine, right? Like, what, Marines? And I heard the camaraderie around Marines is a lot different than the other affiliations, which, I don't know. I've never served in the military, but I do appreciate everyone who has to fight for our freedoms the way that you guys have. So I have the utmost respect. But I have heard from many Marine friends that the Marines have. I mean, I'm sure all affiliations feel that way about their their comrades, but they're like, Marines just have extra something about their camaraderie and their spirit. But that's really cool. That is super awesome. Walking has been like what I said, when I used to train and do classes at the YMCA, I could not believe how many people that were in their 90s and 100. Like, there's one guy who was coming there and work out next to me. He didn't do a lot, but he was in there doing the like pull downs and free weight curls and presses. Wasn't a lot of weight, but it was enough to keep. I mean, he looked pretty jacked, but it wasn't like super built muscle. But he had his birthday. I was like, how old are you turning? 104. He said he walks. The 2 things he does is walks, and he walks almost every day, and then strength trains on 3 days a week. 104, you guys. And another woman, they had this little celebration in the lobby where they put out puzzles for the older folks in the YMCA. And they had another celebration when I was walking in for a woman who was turning 100. And then there was another lady that would always get on the treadmill next to me, 96. And all of them attest to walking is what keeps their joints lubricated and keeps their mental state elevated, and just like all around such a good thing for your body to keep moving and working in the way that you want it to. I said, when you sit around and stop doing everything, that's when you deteriorate and die. And I was like, and that resonated with me so big, because the proof is in the pudding, right? Like, they're living proof, literally, that these little simple things, these simple measures, especially if you're getting off of a big sickness like I was, like down for a week, this is such a good way to get back in the groove. Or if you haven't worked out for like, I don't know, 7, 10, 15 years, getting this little thing. This is on sale. Oh, wait. Today is the Amazon Prime Day. Today and tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I just thought about that. I should post up the treadmills, the walking pads, because I'm sure they're on like super discount right now. But that's all I'm on is like little walking pad. And it's easy to do. People that haven't done like a whole lot of working out in a while, but they're having all these like ailments like swelling and arthritis and fatigue, all of the things that this just simple walking can do to help improve that. You can put it in front of your TV and like watch the game, watch a show, like, just what I'm doing is hanging out when I'm talking on here with your friends or whatever. It's so easy to do. And this one folds up and slides under, and it's like this is probably like this big. And it slides under anything. But this one actually runs. That's why I'm going to post this one that I have. Because if you do like to do circuits, like I love to do when I'm actually feeling well, is the circuit of like walking at a 3.0 and then running at a 6 and then walking at a 3.0 and then, walking at a 2.5 and then running at a 7 for 1 minute each. And that's such a great circuit. You can do you only have to do 6 minutes of that or 10 minutes of that or whatever you can do. 2 minutes of that to start. Or you can break it up into 30-second rounds. But I'm telling you, when you're done with that, because you're bringing your heart rate up, obviously you can only do that if you have, your heart is good enough to manipulate its heartbeat like that, like going up and then back down, up and then back down. But that will get your freaking metabolism engine revving so quick, and it'll decrease your appetite. It'll help get you energized and motivated through the day. What it does for your mental stimulation is amazing. So it's really a fantastic, quick workout to get in and get out. This one only goes up to a 3% incline. But if you have a real treadmill, or you're like I am, I live out where the mountains are, so it's easy to go all the way up to it. I mean, it's not easy. I'm saying it's easy to run an elevation around here on the outside because there's so many hills to go up and down. But I know if you're living in more flat areas that you're not going to get the same type of workout, but it's still good. The flat areas are good for the sprints when you're doing so you sprint there. How I like to do it is from pole to pole. If I'm outside, I'll do light pole to light pole, and I'll sprint all the way there, and then I walk back, and I sprint there, and I walk back. And I try to do it 10 times to get a good workout in, but it doesn't, whatever you're at, right now I could probably do 1 and then I'll be done because I'm still trying to heal back from being sick. But yeah, that's a really good workout to do outside. But here it's hard to find anywhere that's flat. Everywhere, even if you don't it's not significant, you're slowly going either up or down a hill. So this only told you goes up to a 3 incline. That's probably what everywhere around here really is. So even this flat that is out in front of my house is not really so flat. You're still at a little bit of an incline, which when I grew up in Florida, everything's so flat. So it made it different when I was running track there. Everything was, it was a flat surface. So you're working on flat, even grounds. You're not, running or trying to sprint up a hill, which is probably why he always had us putting on the weighted vests to give us a little bit of something extra to work with for our track meets to make you so much faster, which it did work. Although we would be throwing up on the sidelines, literally, legitly. And we'd be why are you making us sick? He's because that shows me you're working hard. So we knew quickly not to be eating any, not to be drinking sugary drinks, sometimes because it's a long day after school. We would be drinking sodas just to give us a little energy for our track, to go to track afterwards. And yeah, it was, that was quickly coming up. At least it wasn't too bad of a taste. So we learned, we're not drinking anything. We're just going in it and going hard. What's that, Bo? Florida. Oh, I know. You guys in Florida, I'm so many prayers. I know it showed that it decreased. So that was a prayer answered, and I'm just really hoping that it's got time to just move away. Just move away. It doesn't even need to come all the way through. There we go. I'm starting to get a little heated up. I'm wearing my leotard. Old school, I told you. Old school. Old school. I know. I feel so bad. I wasn't even going to go because of what happened. Like, start coming back on here because of what happened in North Carolina, too. But what happened in North Carolina was, like, so devastating because it's not on the coast and it's not near the water where we are. It's in the mountains. So it was really difficult to even wrap my head around coming on here and, like, doing what I do whenever I knew like so many people were suffering. And now there's a whole nother thing coming about. So yeah, that's not, I feel for everybody that's going through that. I actually have my son who's in college down there and my sister who's down there. So, I told them obviously they can come up here to be up here with us because last time I know they were trying to evacuate, and then the places they were going to that they were booked at were the power had gone out there, and that was in Georgia. That was from Helene, so who knows what. Sorry, this little cord keeps coming down. But I really do hope that everybody gets to safety, and for sure, the best news would be is the hurricane to just not even exist into anything other than a tropical storm and not be doing especially what it was doing for everybody in North Carolina, where it was just unbelievable. It's almost like it picked the ocean up and then dropped it off in the mountains, and nobody's like ready for all that. Nobody up here. You don't think, oh, we're in the mountains, we're gonna be getting a surge up from a hurricane that's gonna drop, an entire ocean off and flood homes. And did you see all this stuff that is going on here? I'm sure you have. You're pretty good about following the news. But yeah, that was like really difficult to see. And there's no real access. You have to really rely on people that can get in there. And they were actually turning all these trucks away that were bringing food and supplies for the people in Asheville. So I'm not even quite sure what that was all about, like why that was happening. But sadly, it's true. I'm gonna use this space right here, but hopefully it'll turn, right? There we go. I know. Actually, last week, Stewart's relation to our area. Yeah, the stuff going on. Oh my gosh, you would have no idea. Like the houses that were there. I'm just turning these. The houses that were there were, I'm sure you saw, like flooded. I mean, because of where they sat in like the valley of the mountain base, like it's like devastation all around. Everything's floating and like submerged in water. All the cars, all the animals, all the people that were unable to get out of their homes quick enough. You just can't even imagine the devastation that you see with your own eyes. All the roads are corroded. There's no way to even get in there. So welcome, you guys are just joining. We're just kind of chatting on the trail. I'm at 2 point. We're doing Walking for Wellness series this week. What am I at? I think I'm at a 2.9. I think it's 3.0. 3.0. People totally underestimate the value of a good walk. We're just doing a brisk walk, just doing some arms. I'm trying not to overdo it, but it's been 2 weeks since I've worked out at all, and I'm really trying to get back into it nice and slow. So it's hard for me to not want to go full out and start on a sprint, but here we are. I'm sure you're going to see my body start changing and releasing some of the fluid that I've been holding on to since going through my sickness. So this is just the beginning. So those of you guys that are starting out and a beginning stage, you can start out back out with me, even though only a few weeks, you could be a few years or more. Everyone's got a starting point, and it's easy to do. Right foot in front of, one foot in front of the other, literally, is all we're gonna do to get back into a better fitness. I know those of you that are in the areas where hurricanes are coming, I honestly, I'm in disbelief that the trip that we took on a boat was through where all those hurricanes are hitting, and we didn't have any of, like, no bad weather. There was one storm on our way back, and that was it. The storm subsided, and that was that. Then, and we didn't have any. We were gone for, let's see, we were gone for 10 days. So it was a lot of prayers, answered prayers for us to have that time and that trip, and it was unbelievable. And now that we got back, and all this stuff is like all hell breaking loose, literally, around these areas. These are really good to do for the shoulders. Always breathing, palms up, and you just come in and out. There you go, just like that. For those of you that have a treadmill, you can put it at an incline. I have it at a 3, but you can go up higher if you can. And if you're watching this and just want someone to talk to while you're walking outside, or someone just blabbing in your ear to entertain you, and sometimes I put a podcast on just to hear some information and people talking, especially if I'm just trying to focus on what I'm doing and not really have to pay too much attention. But I hope you are getting some good information while you're here on this workout with me. I'm going to be doing these walk for wellness all week, and maybe into the next week. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling after that. But I'm just trying to get back in the groove myself. And I do send my prayers out to all of you guys that have that hurricanes coming through your way. I'm so sorry. It is a horrible, horrible scenario to have to deal with. But God, please, just send your angels to move it along. Nobody needs another cleanse right now, because that's exactly what I feel like is happening. Is turning in, it's the cleanse from above. We gotta do better as humans and how we treat one another and what our intentions are in this world, our focus. I feel like the focus that a lot of us have can be so shallow and not to what we should be doing, how we treat each other in the world. I feel like this is definitely God's way of saying we need a refresh, and I'm not saying God brought this on to those innocent people and those innocent lives that were lost, but there's definitely a turn of the times right now, and it's not good. So I am sending all my prayers. Just even when my daughter went through her cancer, I never detested God. I knew that sometimes the devil does attack, and he attacks in a vicious way, and we have to rely and keep the prayer and keep close to him. If I didn't have my faith, I would not have made it through. I do know that, because watching your child go through cancer is probably one of the most brutal things, other than them just completely losing their life. So I do hold my prayers for you guys out there in Florida and Georgia, and of course my home state right now, North Carolina, and you guys are going through it. So I'm here to help. I've been trying to help as much as I can, and getting people involved and donating, and also donating time to packaging up food and being there for those who need help. The sad part is, even though I want to drive there and just be hands-on, there's no way to get in, because they are only letting in emergency vehicles only, and like FEMA and support vehicles like that. So they're not bringing in a whole lot of other people because they had to literally pave a way for them to go, for these vehicles to get through. They posted up, if you just type in on any, like Instagram, YouTube, any of the, mainly Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok has had a lot of people. If you type in Hurricane Helene, Asheville, you will see so many people posting up and what they're actually doing, like that's not on the news. But there are people, there was like abandoned tractors and like utility vehicles that can move trees and have like a claw and stuff like that on. I don't know the technical names, I'm sorry. But they got the keys in the house that like the main office thing. They went in, got the keys, and just started. Anybody that had the capability and know-how to use those vehicles, they were going and clearing away. They don't know, like it was owned, a different business owned it, but it really is like, I don't know if you've ever seen, and I hate to, I'm not laughing because it's funny, but the show, oh my gosh, what is it, The Walking Dead? When the catastrophe first breaks out with the whole zombie thing, and I'm not trying to be funny about this, like the apocalypse is coming, but I'm just saying that's kind of how they're maneuvering right now in Asheville. Like literally people are coming together as a community because nobody was able to get in because the roads, literally the mudslides and the turbulence and all the water washed away. So bridges and roads, the main roads to get in, were all destroyed. So they are coming together as a community and learning, what can you do? Here's how we can do this. They paved, civilians paved the ways for the HVAC, the Red Cross and FEMA to come in so they could get in and get supplies. FEMA, I don't know if they even came in right away. It was mainly like communities on the outskirts coming together and getting like semi trucks and moving trucks, box trucks, stuff like that, and putting it and filling it with food, water, supplies, like, I mean, just like essentials that you need, toilet paper, and just I don't know, whatever all the essentials that are on the list for them to have, baby formula, diapers, stuff like that. And they were bringing it together. I think people were putting together camping supplies like butane and matches, and I mean, because there's no power there. It literally looks like third world. It doesn't even look like a town. That's how bad it is. There's like nothing there. It's destroyed. There's just like wood panels laying around, partial buildings. Cars are flipped and like crashed, and it looks like, it's chaos. And it's super sad, and I hope that doesn't happen anywhere else. I think it's even worse when it comes to a town in the mountains where you're not, like, you never would expect hurricane weather type flooding to come your way. So it's not like they were even prepared for such a thing, and I think that's what makes it more devastating, because there's no preparation plans at play for something like that to happen. So yeah, that's the take on that. You should really try and look up some of those videos, though. It's haunting, really. Oh, what's up, Devsky? Hey. Yes, it has, my friend. I'm so sorry. Since I left on vacation and then I came back and had the worst. I don't know what I brought home with me, but it took me down for the count. So I have not even been on here until today. This is my very first day back. And I'm just starting with some walking and some light weights to try and get my body back to where it needs to be to start doing my training again. So I'm just walking for wellness this week. Walking for wellness. Praising God that I'm still here and I made it back. But I'm trying to, get my body back ready to jump in. I'm dying to get some good workouts in. But, never discounting how good a nice brisk daily walk is for you. So this is my first time back and I'm trying to take it lightly, but at least I'm able to do that with you guys. I'm so excited to see my peeps on here again, but I'm gonna, I'm back. I'm back and I'm gonna be in full effect, but I'm trying to get some of this water retention back off of me from, my body holding on to all that while I'm healing back up still. But thanks. I'm glad to see you back on. I wasn't sure what was gonna happen since it's been so long, but I'm back. I'm back, baby. Let's go. So I know there's gonna be some big changes. I'm trying not to overdo it because I'm just now starting to feel well. I'm like at an 85%, but I'm working my way up. 85% is a lot better than where I was, which was like at a negative 85%, or I felt like I'm just gonna die. So I didn't, and then all the devastation happened, you guys. I don't know. I haven't even posted any of my stuff from the trip and my time away, and I really wanted to live stream everything, but I'm sure because of all the storms brewing around our ship that it was terrible. I was not able to even like log on to anything. So I was totally in the dark for that week and a half that I was gone. So I definitely feel like super far behind on everything, but I'm gonna post some stuff up. I just feel like right now, all the stuff going on, I feel bad to even post up any of my, beautiful moments on my trip in the Western, on the Western Caribbean, which is where all the storms are coming through and causing such havoc. I don't know. I literally just left there, and then I come home, I get sick, and then, I bring sickness home. We all got sick. And then full devastation happens from a hurricane that came through the Western Caribbean and took out big cities in my hometown, which is in, not my hometown, my home state in North Carolina. So I just haven't felt like it was right for me to post that stuff yet. I'm gonna wait until, I feel morally encompass the, moral energy to be posting up things that are happy and, positive for a situation that caused such devastation to other people. So try and be respectful in that manner. But do you still have recordings of the footage that I took when I was on vacation, Bo? Is that the footage you're talking about? Or are you talking about the footage of the devastation going on in Asheville? Trying to hold these up and engage my muscles in that realm. I don't want to overdo it, you guys. I feel finally good enough to be on here and doing this with you guys. I was a little worried for myself for a while. Yes, I have all the footage of this stuff. Yes, what I recorded. Yep. I mean, I recorded it without going live. I tried to go live one day. I don't know if you guys were even able to see that. It was so choppy. It was like I got a word and then it would freeze on that, like, it never freezes on a cute face, does it? It's always freezing on some weird face you're making. But it froze up and then it finally came back on, froze up again. So I didn't record it like that anymore. I just started recording it with my phone. So I recorded my workouts. I recorded, obviously, a lot of the stuff that was going on in the ship. I did record on our day back the storm that was brewing in the distance, that our captain was so good at navigating around. We didn't see anything. It was just like sunny skies, beautiful weather everywhere we went, all through the Western Caribbean, from Honduras to Belize and Cozumel, Costa Maya. We just saw some of the most beautiful weather, and we got home and, the craziest devastation. So I don't know if that was the storm in the distance, because by the time we got back home, it was maybe a day or so. We were really far out, so it could have been, but it was maybe a day or so before that happened to Asheville in my state, all the way up in North Carolina. So that could have very well been. It was dark skies. Like when you look out, it was like sea of blue, ocean of blue, and then the beautiful clouds and like a beautiful sky. And then you look over in the distance, and it was just like pure darkness and lightning like crazy. So we missed it. It didn't affect our trip, but it did affect so many people. So once I'm feeling, do you understand what I'm saying about that? Like posting up something when, it literally came from that direction. It came right through where we were. It came from the Western Caribbean side over there near Tampa, Gulf of Mexico side, and swooped right up and did what it did to everybody from Georgia to North Carolina. And I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's just not very kosher to be posting up how beautiful and wonderful it was for us when it ended up so devastating. But I know it's not my bad, but I will post it because it's something I want you guys to see. We had such a great time. But yeah, anyway, that's my take on that. Okay, you guys, I'm at a 3.0 and we're coming up on the 60-minute mark. Let's go. I'm definitely sweating up. I started at the 2.5 for the first 30 minutes, and then I moved it to the 3.0 for these last 30. And then I just picked up those little 5-pounders right here to just kind of work in those arms a little bit. This is great for if you're just starting back out, just getting it back in the swing of things. You don't even need to do these weights. Muscle strength is just as important as cardio, though, you guys. It really is so important for, especially in your older ages. It's so good for building the muscles around your spine, keeping you more upright, lubricating those vertebrae in between by forcing the blood and circulation from doing your strength training like this. So I'm just grabbing, if you just have a pair of 3s, 5s, 2s, whatever you want to start at. And you guys just like, as you're walking, you can do your curls like this. You could do presses overhead. You can turn it in where your elbows come in, your palms are up, and you go out to the side like you're doing the YMCA, and then out to the side. And all I'm doing is variations of those curls, even curling out to the side. And I call this serving the platter because your palms are up, and I'm just swinging my arms in and out. My ears are not big enough to hold these. I got to get something to put so I can put them in. But I'm just swinging in and out like that. And I'm walking. You can walk at whatever speed you want. This is such a good workout just to get started, get you back in the groove, get your engine revved, get your circulation going. If you have arthritis, helps heal that arthritis all the way up. It helps get your body back in shape. You'll slowly start losing pounds and inches. And like what I'm carrying is a lot of water weight around my muscles right now, just from my body going through its healing process from getting over a sickness. So it's holding on to that water weight, and I'm trying to say, it's all right, body. I'm feeling better. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. So always hydrating. I take my vitamin C, 2,000 to 4,000 milligrams a day. Depends on what I remember to take. And then my vitamin D3 once a day. My zinc I take once a day, which is 50. My D3, I think it's 50,000 ICUs. And my zinc is 50. Forget 50 what? NCGs or I don't know, I have to look. But that is usually all it takes to keep the doctor away. Again, I self-healed. I did not take any antibiotics or anything. I just let my body go through its course, kept feeding it water, sleep, and vitamins, and that was it for me. I was good to go. I'm back in full health, and my body's got the immunity, it's got the antibodies to be able to fight that off next time, and it's your natural healing, which I'm all about, that natural holistic healing. All right, you guys, we have come to the 60 minutes. Ooh, 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 ooh. So I'm at with the 30 minutes at 2.5, 30 minutes at 3.0. I'm trying to tell you what the calorie burn is. So that is 350 calories, and I walked almost 3 miles in that time frame. So that's okay for me. That's good to go. Oh, another big thing that is so good when you are going through this type of, rebuilding process is fasting. Fasting is so good because you're not putting anything else in your body for your body to have to work towards, work on, distribute, break down in any way. All the less that you can give to your body other than fighting a cold when you're going through a sickness like that, it's better. So that's why rest is such a big part of that, is because that's what your body needs. I'm going to finish out this last 30 seconds just pressing it up right here. Your body needs rest so it can just focus on what it needs to fight the sickness. Here we go. Getting back into it. You guys, it's Amazon Prime Day. Today and tomorrow I'm going to post up these workout machines on there. The one I'm on, workout machine, walking pad, these walking pads, because the one I have, it does a slight incline, but it also goes in a walking stance, or you can do running. So it goes up to 7.5. So when I am feeling better and I am able to get the workout in that I like to do, it's an interval fast track run, which gets your body revved in as little as 4 minutes to 6 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever one is best for you in your journey. But it just gets your engine revved. If you feel good, it releases good endorphins. You get such a pump and energy burn for the next 24 to 36 hours just from that 10 minutes. And that's a walk at this pace, or a 2.5, which I'll show you. Let me get 2 more in, which I'll show you. It's my first day back. It's feeling better. You guys, thank you for being with me. I really hope that you do join me for the Walking for Wellness series this week, and where we're just kind of getting back in the groove, sharing. You guys share it with people that could use a little boost and a starting place to not feel overwhelmed. Just like getting back starting, working out in a slow pace and a slow rhythm, and moving our way up. We're just kind of walking and chatting. So you guys can join in on the chat at any time, and we can talk about things, and we can really just start to I put the music on in the background. Hopefully YouTube doesn't flag that, because I did find a site that does royalty-free music, so we can have a little pump in the background while we're doing our workout. But I really appreciate you guys joining, being here. We are going to do this for the rest of the week and possibly into next week. I have to see how I'm feeling, where I'm at with it. But walking is just such a good thing to do in general. But the run that I do normally, that I like to do, is a 3.0 walk, 6.0 jog, 2.5 walk, 7.0 run. So it goes constantly. And I do it 5 minutes. I'll do I'll try and do 45 seconds, and then 15 seconds to kind of breathe. And then I bring it all the way back down. So I've been doing 45 seconds or 60 seconds, but you can do a 30 second if you want. 30 seconds at 3.0, 30 seconds run, or you can do a minute while you're walking and just do a 30-second run. That's also a great starting point to do. 30 seconds. I'm not sure you have time. Some ideas a couple weeks ago. I'm so sorry I haven't been around on getting there. Anything that felt like it was going to stimulate my mind for my meditative state of healing I just wasn't ready for. So now that I'm back on my first day back, I'll definitely go on there and look at those, Bo. I appreciate it. You're always being so supportive and having cool ideas for me and trying to keep me up in the know. And I really do appreciate you. I hope you know. And I really feel like, going through that was great because I feel like I'm set for whatever colds the winter may bring my way now. It was almost like a preemptive way for my body to go through it, build up that immunity, and then, be ready and prepared for whatever is going to come down the pipeline with the kids and all the stuff. I'm sure it's going to be moving its way through the schools like usual with the flu and all the stuff. I'm praying this year will be better, but last year was rough with all the sicknesses with the kids and like moving its way through the schools. They put so much emphasis on COVID. I think they forgot about flu. So it was there was so many strands of everything running rampant last year through the school systems coming up around this time, moving in from summer to fall and then into the winter time. So hopefully we'll get a nice snow this year here. We didn't get much one last year. We're just like clean out everything and wipe everything nice and clean, fresh slate. Really gonna use that, like, for sure. Not so much with what's going on in actual Lord. Please be with his families. You guys, please do check out some of my posts that I put up on how you can help with the devastation of Helene. Those families, it's going to take a long time for them to rebuild. And with FEMA not having the funds to actually help them, people are being told they're offered $750 to help them get restarted. But when their whole entire life was washed away, it's really devastating. So I know there are a lot of like GoFundMe projects, and I put up the donate on here too. If you guys want to donate to this channel, I have been helping out too with putting together packaged meals. There's a lot of our Catholic charities. Our church has been doing a lot. They've got so many people that are putting together things for these families, and they're, obviously in need of literally everything. But I have a list on my page on Facebook, and I'll make sure to post that on YouTube and Instagram. I'm not sure if I did that yet already. I'm slowly trying to get back in the groove of things myself, you guys. So thank you so much for being here, being with me. I'm going to slow the pace back down. Just kind of get my heart rate back down. Didn't want to overdo it since this is my first day back in a long time. But I really do appreciate you guys being here for me and supporting this, because I know it's been a minute. And I'm trying to bring back a little, retro action back in the leotard days. And just going up on this treadmill and putting some tunes in the background, just getting out, trying to put out some good vibes right now. I know a lot of people need that. And so much devastation and all the stuff going on, the elections and all the things. So I'm just trying to be a little spot where you can come, where you can talk about stuff, and trying to keep it in the positive and keep it in a prayer space and a kindness and a happiness space. And for those of you that were here, thank you so much, Bo. Thanks to you, Betsy. And thank you guys to everybody that was here today. Dustin, I really appreciate you guys. You guys have always my OGs, so I really appreciate you guys. And everybody else that stopped by, thank you so much. I hope to see you here each day. It's going to be at 1 o'clock. And I am, again, once I get my footage all put together, I am going to be posting up stuff from the trip I took, but also those workouts that I did do, finishing up September. We were doing the September 60 stack for those of you that really need to up your level to the next level. It's 60 push-ups, 60 squats, and 60 sit-ups for 30 days. So it really does bring you into the next round. And once I'm feeling better, I might just throw that workout back in there, because it's something you can do every day just to keep your muscles active, to keep your joints lubricated, along with this good old-fashioned walking. And also, I've been working on, for those of you waiting for the cooking stuff, I did film my first one. I'm going to be posting that up, my Cooking with Cara. That's a little bit more comedic. I'm not a professional chef. I just know how to cook well, and I am trying to take good old-fashioned recipes and make them keto-friendly or healthier, so you can be enjoyed with trying to, be on a healthy lifestyle. So I hope you guys do check that out. I'll be posting up links to that when it's ready. And for those of you ladies out there who want to learn how to look like a celebrity, live in your celebrity lifestyle of your body when you're going out, how to do your hair, your makeup, I have all these pro tips, how to dress for your body style. So I am having a YouTube channel for that too. I'm trying to separate all my content so that my algorithms will work for me a little bit better and not be so many things piled into one channel. So it will be the Cooking with Cara, and then the what is it called? Look Like a Celebrity is on YouTube. So that's going to be a way for you to learn how to do quick makeup looks for the season, how to do your hair in a quick, everything is like the Look for Less show that used to be on TV is a Look for Less show. I don't know, it still might be because I don't have the like cable package. Everything I have is like streaming stuff. But yeah, so it's going to be like that, like get the whole look for less. So it's going to be me getting ready with my hair, my makeup, and then throwing my fancy dresses on or outfits on, or my outfits together, and showing you how much I actually spent on that and what it actually looks like. Looks like $1 million, but it's definitely way less than that. So I hope that you guys find some value in that. But again, on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, I'm going to be posting up all that stuff whenever I do get it out, whenever it's ready to roll. I'm going to be working tirelessly to get these things edited and everything ready to roll and up for action. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for sticking with it today. It was a great walk and a great chat. I always love it when you guys are here with me. For right now, while I'm healing, we're going to be doing this inside. And once I get it back, once I get back at it in full swing, we'll get more outside workouts if it doesn't get too. It's only if it doesn't get too cold outside. Oopsies. I think I lost you guys. Let me get you back. Here we go. All right, you guys. I am signing off now. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining this chat. I hope that you guys will join me for the rest of the week and walking for wellness and getting back in the groove of things and, coming in for a little chat with me. So kids are going to be home soon, and I'm going to get off here now. And I wish you guys a very well day. You guys, please send your prayers out to those in Florida and all of those that are suffering from Helene. They need our prayers. Goodbye, guys. See you later.